does the sound E change depending on the consonant that there's before? Well, that process is called assimilation, and it is so common, so natural amongst native speakers. So all of us should try and improve our pronunciation and be very aware of this process. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to Ad Maiora. Today we're talking about something that may help us improve our pronunciation. In fact, there are many different processes that are typical of the language, and native speakers, let's say that they use those sounds without even noticing. And maybe we can notice, and maybe we can even imitate those sounds, but mostly we're not completely aware of what's going on, okay, from a phonetic point of view. Now, today we're going to talk about this sound here, which is E, obviously, and we're going to talk about how this sound may change, or actually changes, depending on the consonant we've got before. So we have three different situations, three different cases here, and in order to explain it to you, I will use the word year as a sort of an example to make it easier. So don't worry if you're not familiar with phonetics, don't worry if you're not familiar with these symbols here with the International Phonetic Alphabet, because there's a transcription in normal letters and I will pronounce everything for you, so don't worry at all. Now, let's start focusing for a second on this word here, which is a very common word, but it's very often, let's say, mispronounced, okay, by non-native speakers. The right pronunciation is ear, ear, or year. The sound E is not a clear E, but it's, let's say, if you notice, if you try to pronounce this word, or if you're, I don't know, in public and you can't actually pronounce it or say it loud, you can put your mouth, okay, in the position you would use to pronounce this word, year. So, year. If you notice, your tongue on the sides of your mouth is almost squeezed between your teeth. It's a, let's say it's a quite close sound, E, ear, ear. It's not ear, but it's ear, okay? And it's followed by the diphthong here, which is a short E, which is almost a I, and a schwa, so ear, ear. We don't pronounce the R at all. Now, this word here may change depending on what we have before. This is an example, of course, but this situation here is possible for every single word that starts with a Y. So let's start and see case number one. So we have a situation when the sound E follows an S sound. So S plus E. The result is a completely different sound, and it is sh. Sh. This is the symbol we use, okay, in the International Phonetic Alphabet to represent the sh sound, but I've written that, okay, so you can recognize it. In this case, for example, this, and the word ear. You will never, or it's very rare to hear a native speaker who says this, ear. It's very uncommon, and it sounds a bit, okay, it's not very natural. The pronunciation they would use is this one here, this year, this year. This is the transcription with International Phonetic Alphabet, so the, another short E, the, because it's this, it's not these, of course. And then the sh sound here, you can recognize it here, and then the diphthong we used before, so the short E and the schwa, in order to pronounce year. So it's this year, this year. If it sounds strange or weird or odd to you, you can try and make a very simple exercise with your mouth. Put your tongue and move your mouth as if you were pronouncing the word this. Obviously, your tongue is in a certain position, not far behind your front teeth, and then you try to pronounce the word E, E. In this case, obviously, you have to move your tongue backwards. In the process, if you still pronounce, if there is still a sound, the sound will start from being S and end up being E. And in the middle, it will sound like sheer, sheer. This is very mechanical, but it's in order to explain that most of the times the changes we've got or the assimilations we've got are just the result of how our tongue and our mouth moves when we talk quickly, for example, or we make our language very fluent. So while shifting our tongue from the front of our mouth to the back of our mouth, the sound may change. Okay, from sh, sh, and it becomes this sheer. Obviously, I've emphasized that, but if you try and make this exercise, it would be very clear. I promise. Let's try and see our case number 2. We don't have an S, but we have a T, but it's a similar situation. You try to pronounce a T and then a E, and the result will be a ch, ch. This is the symbol, or better, the couple of symbols we use in the International Phonetic Alphabet, and this is the transcription, ch, okay, like in children. So, in this case, last and year, again, pronounced together, last year, last year. This is the way we write that, using the phonetic alphabet, the International Phonetic Alphabet, so the L, the A, which is R, and here the colon, which means that we have a longer sound, and then this sound here, ch, and then the diphthong is obviously the same as before. Okay, so it's last year, right? So this year, last year, because in this case we don't have, in this case we have a stronger sound here, and so the sh sound becomes a ch sound. And again, third and last case for today, we don't have a T anymore, we have a D, but obviously they belong to the same category, so they belong to the same group, and they will create pretty much the same reaction, because we have a D and then we have the E, and the result is not ch, but it is j, j. So the sound is softer, but it's pretty much the same situation. Okay, so D plus E means j, j. This is the usual symbol, okay, in the phonetic alphabet, so sort of a D, and this is sort of a 3, let's say so, and this is the pronunciation, the j, j, the j sound. In this case, for example, a bad year. You will never or almost never hear a native speaker talking like this. They would rather say a bad year, a bad year. This was a bad year. This is transcription, so B, the sound is A, and then the sound here, J, and then the diphthong is always the same, bad year. Okay? So let's repeat it together. This year, last year, and bad year. This process here is called assimilation. There are many other similar examples. We can talk about them if you want. That will make you sound much more fluent and natural while you talk. So, I hope it was interesting for you. Thank you so very much for following. Please remember to hit the button and subscribe the channel and hit the bell too to get notification. Thank you so very much for following. Love you. Take care.